Ab-Soul has returned after a 6-year hiatus with his new album, Herbert. Personally, I have been waiting for the follow-up to Do What Thou Wilt, as Soul was the first member of TDE that I have ever learned about in the sophomore year of high school, and easily one of, if not my favorite member of the collective. This was around the same time I started smoking weed more regularly, and his debut mixtape Long Term Mentality was the soundtrack to many of my early smoke sessions. I will never forget how many times I hotboxed the car listening to Pass the Blunt featuring Schoolboy Q, an uncountable number. Unlike most rappers, Ab-Soul only raps about the real things that go through his mind and what has happened in his life. In the past 6 years, Soul lost his best friend in Doughburger and had a long bout with depression, including a suicide attempt. With that being the case, the overall tone of Herbert is dark but brightens up closer to the end, reflecting Soul's journey through depression over the last 6 years, to the point now where he is at a much better headspace, as seen in his interview with Charlemagne the God. The album opens up with Message in a Bottle, a track venting about the things that have happened, and ends with songs like Positive Vibes Only and Gotta Rap, a joyous celebration of someone who is a master of lyricism. This entire album is a masterclass on how to bar the fuck up. An art form that once used to be a mandatory requirement to be a rapper has now evolved into a subgenre of hip-hop, giving those who still value the skill set a place in today's climate to prosper, like Griselda, JID, Reason, etc. A bar that I really thought was tight was, I'm holding life in these sentences, bring the felons in. Just a quick example, and nowhere near the hardest bar on the album, but every bar has 12 meanings, so it's pretty hard to select one that's really great. Even the tracks that don't have a traditional boom bap beat like many of the album does are still really bar heavy and do not try to be trendy or fit in like the Single Hollandaise and FOMF. You won't be hearing any Uzi type beats or Yeet beats with bells on it. As much as I love new music and have an appreciation for weird and alternative hip hop, I really listen to mostly Lancey Foe, Yeet, Sofago, and Lucky most of the time for the past 2 years. Hearing a DJ Premier beat with a god tier lyricist like Soul Spitting makes me remember the times when I only liked Kanye, Lupe, and Common. And if you couldn't rap as good lyrically as them, combined with the deeper level content outside of your regular hip-hop braggadocio, I classified you as not good enough for me to listen to. Soul was at the top of my 9th grade playlist, and he has reclaimed his position with standout tracks like Message in a Bottle, FOMF, Goodman, Do Better, Gotta Rap, and Bucket. Ab-Soul's Herbert is a great return to hip-hop for Soul,